I don't want to be disproportionately enthusiastic, but it seems like our idea worked.
Our idea?
Yes. We brainstormed, didn't we?
Sure. Shouldn't it be here? The exploration vehicle?
We're close to the rendezvous.
Hello?
Jan? What a relief. We thought we'd lost you.
Yeah, so did I. The base got caught in a huge sandstorm. And I lost part of my crew.
What? Your altars? How could you let that happen?
Simple. I let you sweet-talk me into all that biological vessel business. Fortunately, they had a problem with it. So, they decided to go their own way.
You mean they ran away? And they're exposed to radiation?
They took the exploration vehicle. And some supplies.
Tell me not all of them left?
No. Why?
The ship is close, Jan. You have to be ready for the arrival of the rescue team.
Ready? How?
They can't find out about your altars.
Wait a minute. Aren't you the head of mining operations? Aren't these your people?
They might answer to me, but their paychecks are signed by Ally Corp. And if you confront them with your altars, they will have to react. The board will not tolerate anything that could cast even the slightest shadow on the legitimacy of this operation. And the rescue team is on their leash. Do I have to spell it out to you? They will have your altars killed.
What? Killed? What kind of a rescue team are they?
They're a special ops unit. Military men.
You could have told me earlier.
Please, Jan. You always knew their primary mission was to escort the most precious cargo mankind has ever seen. Did you really expect them to arrive unarmed?
So you lied to me. That you'd prepare them.
I told you I'd test the waters, and that's what I did. But there is a lot of pressure on your success, Jan. A lot of anxiety amongst the top management. They can sense the vultures hovering around them, waiting for any sign of a slip-up. And they won't let them smell blood. They won't expose themselves.
So what exactly is your plan?
The rescue team will arrive shortly before sunrise. You have time until then to come up with a way to smuggle your alters on board. In the meantime, you need to keep collecting Rapidium.
Yeah, sure. Once we take off, what happens then?
You will all go into cryosleep, and as the ship approaches Earth, Lucas will take remote control over it and modify the coordinates. The ship will land in a secluded location I've been preparing.
And what about the crew?
They'll be in cryosleep during the landing. And by the time they wake up, we will be far away. I have a lab ready, and a guarantee of immunity from people who understand. I'm moving operations to a more science-friendly region, somewhere Ally Corp won't get to us. And, most importantly, where nobody will ever find your alters.
You're putting them in a lab?
I won't sugarcoat it. We've come too far together for that. If you wanted to hate me, I probably gave you enough reasons by now. Truth is, when I first heard about you, your situation, well, I'd be lying if I said it all came together immediately. On the contrary, I didn't hope for much. An accidental castaway with no qualifications, all alone, burdened with such a responsible task. But when Lucas told me you did it, you created your alter and managed to convince him to cooperate with you, I couldn't help but fantasize about where this could go. Can't you see? I've been waiting for something like this ever since they shut down Project Ela.
Yeah, about that. I heard some disturbing things about your experiments. Is it true your patients... well, that they lost their minds?
Of course. That was the whole point. They were losing their old dysfunctional identity to gain a new, sound one. Whoever told you this must have heard some scraps of information and didn't have a full understanding of what we were doing. Yes, they were unorthodox things, but it was always about making people better. Project Ela was my whole life, Jan. Why would I devote myself to something harmful?
You never stopped dreaming about reviving it.
You wouldn't be so surprised if you knew what we could achieve.
By altering mine records? What exactly were you up to?
We were exploring unconventional methods of helping war veterans suffering from PTSD. Instead of teaching them to cope with traumatic memories, we wanted to eradicate and replace them with positive ones. The idea was to prove that there are no different rules governing the mind and the body. Both can be treated by replacing a broken part with a healthy one.
And did you succeed?
We were close. But even if we had been allowed to finish that stage of the project, I had much bigger ambitions. But take, for example, the possibilities of re-socializing criminals by altering the experiences that led to their corruption. But why not go even further? Why should we limit ourselves to thinking only about altering the past? Why not be able to influence the future?
What? How?
The Tree of Life. You've seen yours, but it's just a projection, a rudimentary interface. Think about it. What if it was no interface, but an integrated part of the human mind, allowing us to live our lives exactly the way we should?
The way we should? What? You mean, make the right decisions?
Exactly. The human cognitive system enhanced in a way evolution failed to do in millions of years.
Wow, that's amazing.
More than that. Imagine a world where nobody ever takes the wrong turn. Children are never harmed. There are no court misrulings because there is no crime. Greedy and corrupt individuals never come to power, and because of that, wars never break out. Can you see now why your success meant so much to me? Do you not understand that giving Rapidium away for any other purpose would mean robbing humanity of its biggest evolutionary leap since we crawled out of the primordial soup? Do you still think there is a better purpose for your altars than to contribute to all that?
Can you promise not to harm them?
Of course. That was never my intention. All I need them for is several weeks in a lab where I can run some tests on them, collect data, and prepare for the bigger leap.
And then what? Let them walk free?
You know I can't do that. It would be too risky for both of us and for them. But I could guarantee them a comfortable life. They would be hidden from the eyes of the world.
Safe.
The only alternative for them is to be disposed of by the corporation, like waste. I think you need to take a breath. There's a lot to think about. How to smuggle your altars aboard that ship, for one. But first, you have to guide their navigator to your exact position. They'll need you to mark the spot with a beacon. Start with that, and then I trust you'll figure out what to do next.
Yeah. Sure. By the way, I wasn't an accidental survivor.
What do you mean?
The quantum computer chose me. Seems I was the one who had the biggest chance of making it.
Well, doesn't that just prove my point? We are capable of so much more than we think, Jan. All we need to do is open the door and let that potential in. You'll hear from me again before the ship lands. Good luck, Jan.
To the safer evacuation
Those rocks, they're shaped like trees. What are they really?
I'm done. I can do this now.
don't have enough resources to continue. Should I address this instead?
That light. I need to get there. Almost there. You handling the pressure well? Pressure? Come on, man, be serious. It makes no difference to me if we make it or not. There's no future for me or any of us once we get off this planet. Except for you, so the pressure's on you. I should look for the rebels. Who knows where they went? I was wondering, aren't we getting any signal from the tour vehicle?
We are, but it's ambiguous and very faint. It seems to be close by, but I'm unable to establish its exact location. So, you'll need to find it on your own.
Fine. I'll take a look around.
Good. We don't really know why we were lured here.
Lured? You don't mean...
Look, it's the technician we're talking about. An unstable, frustrated, resentful version of us. Whatever survival strategy he's boiled up, we had better have a heads up. The only way to guarantee that is to locate that vehicle. Maybe they left some analog tracks? Just be careful.
Evacuation functionality. Matter deposits require the deployment of an
I hate not knowing what someone is plotting behind my back.
For evacuation functionality. Images are detected.
Time to summon the rescue team. But they can't find out about my altars. What the hell should I do? I wish the technician were here. He'd probably have something to say. Maybe he'd say that I should stop coming to him with every problem. You got us in this mess, Jan. Figure it out for yourself. It's a simple task. Think. You're supposed to be the one who can do it. One of the quantum junk put its money on a simple builder. It must be because it appreciates simple solutions. Damn. I'm sounding like the miner. I need to get my shit together. Wait. The miner in me does have a point. I can't overthink this. It really could be simple. What if the reason it all started could also be the solution? Rapidium. Huh. That might actually be it. That's what the rescue team will care about most. If there's anything they're not taking off without, it's their precious cargo. Yeah. That's it. I'll have to find a way to use Rapidium to smuggle the altars back to Earth. The details are gonna need refining, but I'm sure the scientists can help me with that. For now, brainstorm over. Let's light up this beacon. What the hell is that? Ah, shit. Pretty sure this was not supposed to happen. Please, can't anything be normal on this goddamn planet?
Well, they have the TERS, some basic supplies. Maybe they thought this through. So, I have some bad news and some even worse news. Does that mean you finally talked to someone on Earth about us?
Well, sort of, yes. It looks like they want me to keep you a secret from the rescue team. Smuggle you on board.
Oh. And for what reason, if I may ask?
Maxwell needs you to help him with his experiments. And he'd never get the chance to reopen his project if the corporation knew about you. But, I'm not sure we need to worry about that just yet, because that was the less bad news. The worst news is, the rescue ship might end up not picking us up at all.
What?
I set up the beacon, but just as the light was going up in the air, suddenly something jammed it. As if there was, I don't know, an invisible barrier up in the sky.
Are you sure you activated the beacon correctly?
Yes, I'm sure. Trust me.
And the light got blocked by an invisible barrier. That's very strange.
Well, we need to do something about it. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been in vain, and we'll end up fried down here. It's not just about the beacon. If light can't get out, then a ship won't get in either.
Yes. Right. Let's stay cool. Give me a moment to study this thing.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I suppose in that case, the conversation about smuggling us on board should be postponed. I suggest we don't mention it to anyone just yet, so as not to cause unwanted agitation.
Right. One problem at a time, huh?
Yes. Let me research whatever this barrier is. First, you could use the time to look around the area, secure resources. We'll probably need them if we were to overcome yet another obstacle.
We've almost made it. How are you doing? I'm trying not to think about it. Focus on the job. I almost envied those bastards that ran away. At least they know the shit that's gonna hit them. Or maybe I just wish we were all together in this, you know?
Tire tracks. It must be the tour vehicle.
At least I know which way they went. And cargo left. Maneuvering here must have been a nightmare.
Those rocks look like they collapsed recently. There's definitely something on the other side, but I can't drill through here.
Activation functionality.
Lucas, good to hear you.
Jan, you're going home. Isn't that exciting? How are the preparations going?
How should I put it? Your enthusiasm may be a little premature.
Oh? What's the problem this time?
It's pretty serious. I might not make it back. There's a barrier in the sky. I'm gonna have to destroy it if I want the rescue ship to land.
Damn. You're so close.
Yeah, but see, I've been thinking. Do I want it to land?
What? What's that supposed to mean? Of course you do.
Here's the thing. While my alters are worried they might not get back to Earth, I'm worried about what's gonna happen to them after they get back. Because I've learned some troubling things about Maxwell, Lucas. Are you aware that he wants to hijack the Rapidium for himself?
Maxwell has other allies now, a much more open-minded organization than Ally Corp. It's run by people who actually care about progress.
Or maybe people who don't care about the law.
What? What do you mean?
Lena. She recorded a message for me and she said she dug out some dirt about his patients losing their minds, being unethically exploited.
Exploited?
If you could look me in the eye right now, would you swear that not a single person was mistreated in those experiments? Would you swear on your life, Lucas?
Well, there were some rumors at one point that a patient, that he was, well, a little unstable and he might have, but at his family's request, we buried his data. That's what Maxwell said.
So, it's true. Patient 313 really did exist.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we were working with mentally disturbed people. Accidents happen, but Maxwell was just trying to help them.
Lucas, this is about my alters' lives.
It's a little late for doubts now, Jan. You have no choice but to trust Maxwell. If the corporation finds out about your alters, they'll get rid of them. There's no other option.
What if there was another option? You're a QC navigator, Lucas. Maxwell wants you to take control of the ship once it takes off. What if, assuming for a moment that I managed to get that rescue ship to land safely, what if I just asked you to dispatch us somewhere else? Somewhere they wouldn't find us.
What are you talking about, Jan? Hijacking a ship full of Rapidium? Are you crazy?
It's what you do anyway, isn't it? The question is, will you do it for Maxwell, or will you think for yourself?
Maxwell is doing great things. You and I, we're not worthy to tie his shoelaces. Maybe he's made some mistakes, but he's the only hope people like my folks have. And honestly, I think you care more about your alters than about the real reason you were sent on your mission, Rapidium. I thought you understood how important that was, but I don't think you were listening. You put your own problems, your own life at the center of your mission. I'm sorry, Jan. But when I take control of the ship, I'll steer it straight to wherever Maxwell tells me.
To the safer evacuation.
Man, we're so close. I'm starting to think we might actually make it.
What do you think is going to happen this time?
I don't know. It's just hope Maxwell really is a decent guy.
I'm really curious how my life will be once we're back.
What's your
Safer evacuation function.
I thought you'd like to know that I ran into a completely new kind of anomaly. First thing that came to my mind was that it's some sort of a prism distortion.
Really? What gave you that thought?
Well, it behaved as if the reality around me suddenly split up into many different fragments.
Wise of you to bring it to me. Any observations on interaction?
Well, it didn't seem to do anything specific to me physically. No radiation. But it sure was messing with my brain. Felt as if I was in several different places at once.
In a way, you might have been.
Huh? You mean?
Remember how I told you that anomalies are places where our world intersects with the interworld? Well, what you're describing suggests a distortion in which it comes into contact with not one, but many proximity planes. Entering it is likely to evoke a sensation of being in several parallel realities at the same time. Calling it a prism is accurate, because it refracts your consciousness into many simultaneous states.
Neat. Who needs altering, huh?
Take it easy. It's just a sensation. You'd best not spend too much time inside them. Plus, I suppose it must make exploration very inconvenient.
Can I destroy them like the others?
It should be possible. You just need to locate all of its cores and take them down one by one.
All right. Thanks for the tip.
Hey, there's something I gotta tell you.
You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, thanks for checking up on me. I know you're dealing with a lot.
Yeah, so, why don't you cut to the chase already?
Sure, yeah, it's not that easy to say. I'm not used to doing so much thinking as I've been doing lately.
You really needed to sort some things out for yourself.
You helped me a heap with that. All I wanted to do was punish myself with all that extra work. I've wasted so much time. Not doing a single damn thing for myself. And now, who knows what's gonna happen to me? What if this is it? This is all the time I had.
I see. You're afraid you're gonna die.
Yeah. No use pretending. I'm scared as shit. But I can take it. I don't need you to cry over me.
So, what's your request?
Well, remember our art teacher at school and how he taught us to carve in wood?
I guess I might.
Not really. Well, I do. We were really good at doing it. The best in class. But what matters more, we loved doing it. I loved doing it. Just for myself. After I lost my hand, I started remembering it. Obsessing over it, even. Of all the things I wouldn't be able to do, that one stuck in my head like a fucking nail.
It's normal. You were grieving.
I was miserable as sin. And then when you gave me that new arm up here, you'd think going back to something that made me happy would be obvious, right? Wrong. I wasn't interested in enjoying myself. Well, now I want to change that.
want to do something just for yourself. I get that.
In a way, yeah. But there's something else. It's way more important.
Oh. A secret project?
I really don't want to talk about it right now, okay?
And where the hell are you gonna get wood?
Well, you seen those tree-like structures in this region? They ain't made of wood, but they sure behave very much like it. I already did a test or two. They're harder, tougher, but so am I, right?
You want to carve that?
If you happen to run into some loose pieces of that rock, yeah, I could give it a try. Of course, I'm gonna need a set of chisels, too.
Okay. I'll keep your request in mind and see what I can do.
Thanks, man.
But you're gonna have to tell me what that secret project's about.
Yeah, we'll see.
Focus, champ.
Away.
Must have slipped. Focus, champ. No, come on.
Yes! Away.
Must be losing the knack.
be the weird rock mentioned by the miner. I should take it back to him.
Production suspended until I get some resources. Want me to do this in the meantime?
Sheer thinking leaving the base like that.
I've got your carving materials and chisels set. So, what's the story? What are you gonna be making exactly?
Okay, man, this is gonna sound really corny, but oh, what the hell? I wanna remake myself.
Whoa. With a chisel?
Of course not. What's wrong with you? Never heard of a fucking metaphor? Talking to the shrink helped me deal with my insecurities. It gave me a feeling that maybe I was actually worth something. But I kept asking myself, what now? Who is this new me supposed to be?
Trust me, you are exactly who you're supposed to be.
Thanks, but no. No, the quantum computer created me to do a job. But now the job's coming to an end. And I have to find something new for myself.
So, you decided to take up wood carving?
Sort of, yeah. Go back to that pure joy of childhood when everything was possible. That feeling when I held a piece of wood in my hand and a chisel in the other, and I knew it was up to me what it would look like. And damn well only up to me.
Wow. Sounds like you're a new man already.
Trust me, I'm only getting started. See, here's a suggestion. Let's get us out of this mess first. Then you can pour all the saccharin you want over me.
Fair point. Let's go.
Hi, my name is David Peterson. I was abducted by aliens on June 1st, 2017, and this is my irrefutable evidence. What do I know that no one else knows? Everything.
This goes all the way
Interesting.
down.
Yeah, right, SpaceX. They don't want you to know any of this. And I can prove it! I'm not afraid of the government. Undeniable proof of my alien abduction.
Are you David Randall Peterson?
Who are you?
Agent 17, Sector 6, Classification L, Clearance Level Bred. You ever go on YouTube, Dave?
Yeah.
Have a seat, Dave. Did you post a YouTube video entitled Have a Seat, Dave? Entitled Undeniable Proof of My Alien Abduction?
Yeah. I was just kicking around a theory. It's just for fun, you know.
You were right, Dave. You were right about all of it. Some humanoid beings out of Sector D418 picked you up for a routine poking prod. Usually their memory wipes are good, but it seems yours wore off.
Oh my god, I knew it.
You did. But you're not gonna know it anymore. Okay, excuse me, and good. Okay, cool, we're good.
Wait, I have a lot of questions here.
Hey, you just forget I ever said anything. Should be easy.
So they put a tracker chip in my head.
Hold that thought. Oh, that's a problem. Hold that thought. Cool. Hold that thought. Because it's the last chance you'll ever get to. So something's not working here.
It's not that scary.
Safe? It feels.
Hey, sorry, 1 sec. Hey, Barry. Yeah, the mind wiper's not working. I know. Yeah, no, I tried that. I'm looking. 45 or 47?
I don't know if it's supposed to be putting so much weight on my head.
All right, thank you, Barry. Okay.
Ow!
Hey, so honestly, just so you know, you're not crazy. It all did really happen. Just, your memory might be a little bit hazy. Son of a bitch. Okay. Okay, Barry, yeah, it's sparking.
Yeah, I'm done with
It
this.
sucks.
I'm done with this.
Tell Sean to put in a repair order.
I've been peeing blue for a month. Can someone please explain to me what's going on here?
Yeah. You know that whole alien abduction thing we were talking about? Yes, never happened. It's a bad acid trip. Somebody spiked your Coca-Cola, kid.
You just told me that it all really happened.
But it didn't. You were just making it up for attention.
No, it wasn't.
Got you, bro. It was a prank. Classic prank, alien abduction thing. It's me, your buddy, who used to prank you all the time in college. Oh,
You're not Josh.
get the hell out of here.
way.
No, hey, listen. You need me here, okay? You don't want this in your brain, all right? Because if those gray space bastards find out you still remember them, they won't try a second wipe, okay? You're dead. Death threat. Boom. Instant. You're dead.
Jesus, man. Then let's get the memory out. There's got to be another way than this machine to make me forget, right?
Right. You were never abducted.
I was never done.
I was never here.
You were never here.
Ha!
It doesn't work like the hiccups.
Inhale, and then forget everything that's ever happened.
What if you just inception something into my mind?
Not a thing.
No, I'm looking at it right here. There's no turquoise wire.
See, I told you, Barry.
Who's this guy? I was
Who
never
is this
abducted.
guy? Hang on. What? Hang on a second. Who are you? Wait, who are you? I'm just kidding.
Hey, you little rat! Hey, Barry, come on. There's got to be another way to black out memory. You know, I get it. I get it. I'm not sure. I'm getting it.
Show me. Give me a picture. Give me a picture.
No,
Give me a
I'm getting it.
picture.
I'm getting it. I told her I couldn't leave because of my job, but you know, she's very religious. She wanted to raise
this
our kid on
is
her planet, which I
hilarious.
get. You know, she wanted him to be near the ziggurat so he could harvest the blood of the unwise. I get it, but it's hard, you know? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'd be better off if I could just forget them.
Hey, what? Forget. Stop that. That memory makes you who you are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even if it hurts, you know, some things you just shouldn't erase.
Okay, tell that to yourself, Dave. Oh. Even if it hurts you, you shouldn't erase it. That's you, Dave.
Right.
Yeah. Right?
Hey, but seriously, right though.
Right?
I don't want to forget this.
No.
I don't want to forget it.
Yeah!
I don't want to forget you. I don't want to forget tonight. I don't want to forget I don't want to forget you.
Well, that thing doesn't work.
I don't want to forget that either. I don't even want to forget the aliens. Aliens! Hey, if you can hear me, I don't want to forget you. I love you. The memory of you makes me like...
You have got to be kidding me.
Hey, Barry, yeah. The memory's gone. No, I was speaking euphemistically. He got killed by the aliens. Still file the repair order. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Here's to you, Dave. You're dead. I assume that what I witnessed is you died. It's just a chance that you got teleported and there's gonna be another sequel. We'll see.
I keep imagining myself.
Evacuation functioning. Welcome to the Saber evacuation functioning.
Okay, I'm done. I can do this now. Production suspended until I get some resources. Want me to do this in the meantime? I'm done here. Want me to take care of this now?
Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff. Looks promising. The light. Almost there. that a shelter? There you are. You okay? Huh? Seriously? That what you want to talk about? I thought I'd never see you again. You got some guts to follow us all the way down here. Don't you get it? The party's over. You're going to die if you stay out here any longer. Anything's better than serving as lab-grown meat for Maxwell's experiments. You're right. It was a mistake to trust him. I learned some disturbing things about his project. To be honest, the man is starting to scare me too. Oh yeah? Tell that to Tabula Rasa. Your mistakes actually have consequences for others. Admitting to them won't take that back. So, you really want to stay out here? How do you intend to survive the sun? In the tour vehicle? Are you kidding me? That thing is good protection against radiation, but it won't withstand the sunrise. Only a proper shelter will. And this place provides the perfect terrain for one. So that's what you're building. Yeah. And it's no picnic, so why don't you get back to your base and just let me get on with it? Is there anything I can do? Yeah, let it go. Do you have enough food? That's none of your business. You don't have enough food. There's not enough of anything, okay? Are you happy? But I don't want your fucking help. Just go, okay? You're making things worse.
smuggling ring. 22 pounds of heroin was seized along with a small amount of cocaine, marijuana, and hashish. Police say the ring was centered in Colombia, with drugs finding their way to large city centers. 25 people have been arrested and face charges ranging from smuggling to possession for the purpose of trafficking.
There's gotta be another way.
That alien thing is inside one of us, damn it. We gotta test our blood with the pathogen to figure out who before it feeds again.
Really, all horrors are the same.
No reaction. You're clean.
What about you, Quay? Where were you when Martinez was attacked?
I was burying my wife.
Oh, God.
Nothing. Sherman, you're up.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is a great idea. Feels a little unsanitary to me.
It's the only way. None of us are safe until we find out who's infected.
Really? It's the only way?
Kinda gotta agree with Sherman here, guys. Not sure about this whole test thing.
Sherman's just stalling because he's afraid of what we'll find.
Oh, right. You think maybe he's the alien?
Nuh-uh. I'm just not jumping at the opportunity to cut my hand with a reused knife.
You just sterilized it.
He just waved a bic in front of it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, not very thorough. Maybe we skip this.
I could give you some of my blood. Just give me some dental floss. I'd bleed every time.
You can't combine the blood with spit. It'll contaminate the sample, Sherman.
Okay, but we can use a rusty blade covered in everybody else's blood. Oh.
The more you refuse, the more we know it's you.
Oh, that's kind of a good point. Makes you seem like an alien.
No, it's not me. It's the principle of the thing. What if I do give my blood and it does react because of some problem with your pathogen test? How do we know it's even accurate?
He has a good point. Yeah, how do we know it's even accurate? Maybe the test isn't that good.
My wife developed that test right before she was killed. She gave it to me with her last breaths.
And I'm sorry that that happened. All of us have lost somebody up here, but also, you know, she's not around. So we're gonna just take her word for it and not mine?
Seems kind of hypocritical.
How do we even know it's an alien thing to begin with, huh? I mean, sure, we can't find that mysterious embryo we mined from the core of the meteorite, but did we really check everywhere? Look at this place. There's like a ton of, like, as everybody looked in every nook and cranny, right?
Right, and even if it is an alien, how do we know it's not nice? Maybe it's a super nice alien, maybe it just was a little grumpy because it got woken up after 30,000 years, and it happens to subsist on human flesh, but that's not anything personal, that's just like out of necessity, so it could be really nice.
Right, it could be nice. Did we even think about that? Or are we too busy coming up with some gross blood test thingy because we can't deal with our control issues?
I need a bio break.
I'm gonna get that blood. I don't care if it's from your thumb or from your goddamn throat.
Hey, whoa, hey, hang on.
Out of my way. I know what an alien life form looks like when I see it.
Do you? Or did you just forget what a friend looks like? Guys. Come on, I mean, this week has been crazy. I mean, I saw a guy dragged by his large intestines. I saw the captain's head get blown off, clean off her body. It's been nuts. But you know what else I saw? I saw Kara help Martinez figure out the Wi-Fi. I saw Richards dominate at Codenames. Sky 4? Are you kidding me? I saw Quay help me, the one last-minute transfer that nobody else knew or had any reason to trust, feel welcome and at home no matter where I originally came from. Guys, we're a team.
That's ridiculously
You know,
amusing.
at the end of the day, does it really matter which one of us is the alien? What matters is that we're all together. Right? Right, Richard? So what do you say? Shake hands?
Love you, man.
What? Sherman was the alien? He always seemed so nice. He never said anything to me about my weird skin, eye, and voice condition. Honestly, there was a moment there where I thought I might be the alien. My skin thing's been acting up. I don't know if anybody noticed.
That's your self-worth issue.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not real.
It's honestly like I have this body dysmorphia thing where I see my face and I go like, maybe I'm an alien, but...
Any progress with finding the TER vehicle?
Because it might just cost me more of a message.
I found our rebellious party. They're alive. Looks like they have no bad intentions, just want to be left alone.
What for? To die in that exploration vehicle?
They're building a shelter.
Oh, please. Spare me the details. They should be putting those skills to use here, helping us, not making a sophisticated grave for themselves. Quitters.
Did you manage to find out more about the barrier?
I'm afraid I don't have good news. For a moment, I was hoping we could redirect the ship to another area, but it seems that won't be possible. What we've called the barrier is, in fact, a strong force-filled layer of interlapping distortions. A sort of prism entanglement.
So it's yet another anomaly. Okay, we have ways to deal with them, right? Do you know where it stems from?
Well, you see, that's the problem. It seems to be everywhere. Covering the entire surface like a dome, or a layer of the atmosphere.
Wait, what?
No, but are you trying to tell me it was here when I landed? It must have been here the whole time, looming above us, invisible to the human eye. Fascinating. So was it the cause of your ship's malfunction? It could have been, yes.
Damn, that's incredible. It almost sounds like the planet wanted all this to happen. Me landing here, all on my own. Oh, it makes my head spin.
Planets are inanimate objects, Jan. They don't want things. You may have been saved by the QC prediction system, but thinking of all this as some kind of intricate plan would be arrogant even for my standards. I believe the nature of this gigantic prism distortion needs to be studied more.
But how? We can't fly.
Right. But we've made fragmentary observations on the surface, and I think we can still learn more. I've located 3 areas with particularly strong interference characteristics that match the electromagnetic fluctuations typical for this kind of distortion. They should be marked on your map. I want you to take a closer look at them and bring me more data.
Evacuation functionality. Incidents which can jeopardize your mission.
I'm really curious how my life will be once we're back. What's your world like? I found the TER vehicle. Oh, so you went looking for it? Yeah, I wanted to confront my rebellious alters. Obviously, and did you succeed? I don't know. I talked to the technician, and I think they might need our help. With supplies. What's your take on this? Should we help them? My take? Of course. Never do what you think you should do. Think about what you need to do, what your guts tell you to do. That's what matters more than any sense of obligation, trust me.
definitely something unusual here. Like a giant horizontal branch reaching somewhere. Good. Let me analyze the data properly. Looks like some kind of root system. I'm getting some quite extraordinary readings from there. trunk-like structure growing upward. Upward, you say? Yes. I think I know how we could use that information. I think I'm starting to see something here. I know what you mean. They seem connected. to the base and we'll talk more. Come and find me when you have a moment. Is damaged. Should I work on this while you're scheduling repairs?
Found the tour vehicle.
You found the others? They alive?
Yeah. I talked to the technician, but he wasn't very happy to see me. I get the impression they're struggling out there. I was wondering if maybe we should share some of our supplies with them.
Out of pity? You think they'd want that?
You tell me.
Well, I think if I was out there, I'd probably want to live, yeah. But what about us in here? What if we don't make it? Maybe we should focus on that.
So, what do you make of the data we collected?
Interesting. Very interesting. The three fragments of the integral apparently form a single structure.
Right. It almost looked like it could be part of a gigantic tree of some sort.
A huge vertical framework on a proximity plane. It could be our way up.
A way up? How do you mean? For what?
Reaching the barrier and destroying it.
But I don't understand. It's not even there, physically.
And that is exactly the issue we will have to solve. What would you say if I told you we should look for a way to materialize that structure?
A way to materialize the interim? Knowing you, I'm pretty sure you already have one.
Of course I don't. It's not that simple, Jan. But I do have an initial plan. Based on all the data we've collected so far, I think I came up with a way to disintegrate this barrier. Fragmentize the prism entanglement. But it can't be done from down here. You're going to have to reach for the sky, and that structure seems to be the best way to get there.
But is that even possible to make it physically accessible?
What if I told you Professor Frankov believed it was possible? Just
Get to the point.
You see, Frankov devised a theoretical experiment in which he proved that if an electromagnetic field was powerful enough, it could pull a proximity plane closer to us. We can be the first to put his theory to practice, because we have something that no one else had before us. Rubidium.
Oh. That's bold.
Bold. Dangerous. And necessary.
So you really think you can do it?
I know it sounds impossible, but if we pull this off, there's so much more to gain than just our survival.
A scientific breakthrough.
And we can play a leading role in it.
What do you want me to do?
The fragmenting device I told you about, I've drawn up a raw design for you to start building it. And I'll set to work on reconstructing Frankov's theory and finding a way to materialize that structure for us. It is possible. I simply know it.